Dick and Booties Podcast. Richard, come together again. We're all about the laughter and the tasty gems. We would like to invite you in the silly minds we live in. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
You know what I just realized? That is a Deftones melody. And welcome to the show, Gordon Heckaman, the drummer of Agriculture.
I could not be more bored. It's bored. Hear me spit on you.
It is that.
Is it?
It's off the first album.
It's the first song on the first album.
No, it's not. It's on the second album, isn't it?
Hear me spit on you.
No.
Oh, that's Die the Flu?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Die the Flu.
Isn't it the same melody?
Yeah. It was.
So the drummer.
I'm so happy that you played that.
I know, right?
I haven't heard that in fucking 2 decades.
Me neither. I don't even know what album that is.
You
is
remember
it the
little, hand?
Little Chub Hands?
The little Chub hand.
That was your first singer.
Yeah.
Rich.
Yeah, Rich
Rich Pineda.
Who then went into the band that Lizzie just produced. God fucking Christ.
Volbeat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's the singer of Volbeat now.
Yeah.
Same guy.
Really?
I didn't know that.
It's not true.
But it sounds just like him, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's if Rich Pineda got
You don't
vocal
think so?
lessons. It sounds like Rich Pineda got vocal lessons from Cher. That's the singer of Volbeat.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. So
Cher fucked.
You know what he really does, though?
who? Rich Pineda?
Rich Pineda.
Drywall. Brick mortar.
Tattoo artist.
Oh, really? Is he all
Phenomenal.
Oh, is he?
Portraits that look exactly like what you bring him.
No shit.
Quality shit.
Quality
Are you
shit.
friends with him on socials?
I started following his Instagram.
Recently?
Maybe a year.
What's his handle?
I don't know.
Panana 1 2 4.
Panana. Or I don't know what it is. I mean, he has like 250,000 followers. He's like,
Oh, wow.
He's in magazines and all
no
this
shit.
shit now. Yeah.
Rich
Panera.
Panera.
He's
With a cup of soup.
He's a sandwich artist.
Yeah.
Did you hear did the
AC kick on?
just
Yeah.
kicked on, huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
Why is the AC on? It's like 30 degrees outside.
Because guess
Sure.
who lives here?
Is it the heater?
Ben Heckaman lives here. And guess what? Ben
And his
Heckaman,
cat likes it to be cold.
We keep it at 73 degrees.
So Ben Heckaman, sometimes help on the podcast guy, who I've talked about several times, is one of my brothers. The other guy who I talk about quite a bit is Gordon Heckaman. He's this man right here, if you didn't
true.
know. And he is the drummer of Bass Atwood's, Wellington, Unra.
No.
Fuck. Wellington, Agriculture,
Yeah.
Depsoi,
Yeah.
Cage 9,
I was
and Powerman 5000.
for a while.
Are those the only bands you've ever been in?
I was in a band called Farkle.
What was Farkle?
Yeah.
Farkle was my first band. I was probably 15. It had to be 15, freshman year.
Nice.
And
You were cut up and looking real sexy.
I was-
And
I was
faster than Usain Bolt.
I was fast. I was the fastest then.
Yeah.
I wasn't quite cut yet because I took gym for 4 years at Arcadia, or 3.
Oh.
3 years at
I
Arcadia.
thought you were cut at freshman.
That's when I started, yeah.
Oh,
I was
okay.
playing football and I was in the gym. And that was, I actually lifted weights. Yeah. Rad.
Yeah. Farkle.
So Farkle, I'll give you the lineup of Farkle.
Yeah. Who's
2 guys you know, 1 guy you won't.
Oh, okay.
This-
Oh, I know one. Charlie Strauss was the bass player.
Charlie Strauss played bass.
Got it. And
there you go.
The singer was a guy named Colin Poe who went to school with us. He actually went to Tavon with me for a little bit before he moved over to Hopi. And then the guitarist, the best musician in that band was
Zach. No. No.
Okay.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal. It was Shaquille O'Neal. Little Shaquille O'Neal.
Dude, I can't remember.
Sam
Garland. Who actually,
He was a family friend.
very close
His
family friend.
parents went to high school with our parents, and
He was a lefty.
was he a lefty?
He was a left-handed guitar player.
That. Yeah.
You didn't notice that?
I didn't know. I didn't know, dude. I never
This
noticed
way,
that.
whatever.
This way or that way, it doesn't matter.
He definitely was.
But
That was the incarnation of your musical.
yeah, that's where it started. We had 3 rehearsals, 1 show, and then I joined Bass Ackwards, and Sam was in that.
Yeah, because Farkle,
That was nothing.
I remember Charlie Strauss being in the band, being the
Yeah.
bass player. I remember you guys jamming at the house.
Yeah.
But the band name, you could have said anything. Farkle does not ring a bell at all.
Yeah.
How'd you spell Farkle?
Farkle.
Didn't even EL it.
Or just L.
Farkle was Sam Garland's shotgun rule. If someone called shotgun, you yell Farkle, and if you're not under a man-made roof, you get to steal shotgun, and then you get to be in the front of his pink Volkswagen Bug.
Oh, okay.
Shotgun
Yeah.
used to be so much more
Yeah, it was
complicated.
a very involved process. And then you could roll down the window and smoke your cigarette. So
In the
you
V-dub.
yeah, Farkle was like, I'd fucking get out.
Shotgun,
underneath that-
Farkle.
Farkle, fucker.
You were smoking,
On it.
Farkle,
You were
fucker.
smoking at 15?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lots of things I didn't know
Rebel.
growing
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, man.
How did you get
When
the
did you
smell-
start
That was
smoking?
allowed.
15.
Yeah, if it
Yeah,
makes
I don't
sense.
know. Yeah. How did you get the smell off? I used pine needles.
I didn't. Soap, maybe.
Mom would always
It
go.
was less frowned upon.
Well, Mom would always go. You smell like cigarettes and pine needles,
Oh,
and I would say,
yeah, nailed it. Yeah.
I go, you don't just smell pine.
They never said shit to me.
I just think of that line that Dan Aykroyd. Great, you've pinpointed it now. In Tommy Boy when they're in the elevator.
Oh yeah,
You smell
yeah,
like
yeah.
a pine tree.
Yeah.
Pine tree air freshener there, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, I guess let's take us through. You take us through, and let's take you. Can you? Your musical career.
Oh shit! Just
So-
start and end it.
Yeah, so I'm kind of interested because I don't think I've gotten the rundown. I lived it. So, I mean, I lived it with you because you're my brother. But Farkle, Bass Ackwards, Wellington.
Concurrently with Wellington, I did Bass Ackwards, which was Bass Ackwards. I mean, just real quick, was
Yeah.
a dude who went to Arcadia but graduated years before me, and I met him through Sam. That's how I met him. And
What was his fucking name?
Steve.
That's right.
Yeah, he was a bass player, just bizarro. He was Primus. He loved Primus. I liked Primus too,
Yeah.
some, but not like this guy did.
He lived Primus.
He lived and breathed Primus. He looked like old Les Claypool, had kind of like a mohawk fucking deal. And
You guys played the jar?
We did play. Yeah, we only played 2 shows. For as long as I was in that band, we played 2 shows or something.
Man.
No, 3. We played some apartment complex on Van Buren, like 44th, kind of by that Food City there, in their rec room, and then the Jar, and then the old Bostons.
Nice. I bet all 3 of those bills Fred Green was on, right?
None,
Oh, okay.
none of them. No, we weren't big
were-
time. Couldn't get with Fred Green.
Oh, they were coming. They were coming huge.
But
at
we
that
were
time.
at every Fred Green show, and that's how I heard of Fred Green, was through Steve. Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyway, I was in that band. But then Butler,
Right.
Our brother Butler got me into started Wellington with me, and he had been in several bands. Got Mike Biella into it, and that was a real band that
You guys toured even a little bit.
Oh, we toured a lot.
You did?
Yeah, as a youngin', I toured a lot.
Well, when did you do your homework?
Well, I didn't do my homework
But you were the fucking golden child.
because I knew the TAs.
You got straight A's because you knew the TAs?
I didn't get straight A's. I got straight CBs.
Oh, no.
They're like, we'll get you
That's
through.
not acceptable.
No, I got
Read the contract,
the
Gordon.
contract
B average.
stated
B average.
So you could throw a couple of C's in there and still get a B average.
Oh, and you got
Yeah.
it. You got a couple of A's in weightlifting.
Yeah.
And I got it in
I got A's in weightlifting.
And I got
for
A's
sure.
in badminton.
Yeah.
Hey, an A's an A.
Brings that GPA up.
No, we toured. Wellington toured, and it's weird. I don't know how, because Butler handled everything. I was 15.
Of course. Whatever that sound was went away. Did that mean the AC went
AC
off?
Kicked off, yeah.
Oh, I thought it might have been a ground control to Major Tom. No, he's looking at me like I'm a fucking idiot. Sorry.
No, it's just
Didn't mean to cut you off. I just sounds a lot better now.
So Wellington was a real band
Yeah. And you guys
with a leader.
and you had a following. A bit of an underground following.
It was everything was underground. It was a whole underground scene, this just metal punk scene. Nothing that I was into. I was the outcast of that scene
Right.
because I didn't listen to any of that shit.
What were you listening to?
Pearl Jam.
Oh, at that time, yeah, fucking Pearl Jam and then Korn,
Yeah.
which was worse than Pearl Jam as far as they were concerned. Pearl Jam wasn't good, but then I start listening to Korn and
And they were like, oh,
yeah, you're
God.
fucking as
Yeah.
lame as they come. But you're a nice guy,
Yeah, and you're a good drummer.
and you can keep the beat.
Yeah.
So we did several albums, all on vinyl, all put out on little, underground punk labels, and that's what they did.
You do like the Nile Basement and shit like that.
I never did the Nile with them.
Butler did the Nile a lot.
I'm sure Butler did the
Maybe
Nile
he's in
a lot.
Denial.
About
He's
it.
I'm not in denial about the Nile. Actually, I did do the Nile, but it was
Yeah.
with Bass
Nile
it was with
denial.
Bass Ackwards. That was the 4th show. We did 4 shows: the Nile, the Jar,
There you go.
the Rec Room, and Boston's.
I love you did 3 shows with Bass Ackwards, never played the Nile with Wellington, but then there was a 4th show with Bass Ackwards, and it was at the Nile.
No, Wellington was in in fucking
Roll up
churches, roll up doors.
That's the
Yeah.
shit that I remember.
Jim Atkins' house.
Yes.
Which
yes.
I didn't know who the fuck he was at the
Right.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we toured. We like 15. We went to LA. What's happening?
He's eating candies or something.
I
Yeah.
realized my mic was on.
Can you hear me though?
You're getting a little away from the microphone, but
All right. I'm just getting comfortable.
yeah, don't. Be very not
Up
comfortable.
on it.
Yeah. No.
Get back up on it.
So go continue.
Yeah. So we did LA and up to Northern California, I think, when I was 15. And then when I was 16 or 17, we did, and it was all in the summer. That's why I didn't have to do my homework.
Oh, okay.
And we went all the way up the West Coast. We did, started in LA, San Francisco, Berkeley, Oregon, Seattle, and then even into Vancouver.
Really?
When I was 16, 17
Did
years
you have
old.
a passport?
You didn't
didn't
need
need
it.
one
You
at the
didn't need a
time.
passport. But I was asking Butler about it the other day because I was just curious because I was 16 or 17. So you probably couldn't be underage
Right.
without your parents getting in there.
For sure.
Butler had a beard. He's like, I'm
Butler
his dad.
figured it out. I mean, I don't know if they called mom and she's like, yeah, sure.
On the cell phone that don't exist?
Home phone. And maybe she answered. I don't know.
And
840
1382.
1382.
But hold on a second. What is that? Does that mean you're crossing the border? The guy's like, oh,
You're in customs there. They pull you over
and then they call.
and then they call.
Okay, so Wellington, dope little career.
Yeah.
And then you turn 18. We drive, me, you, and
You,
Dad.
me, and Pops.
We take a U-Haul.
Yeah.
and we drive you to Los Angeles, and we ran over. You know those caterpillars that turn into the huge moths? Those green ones?
Yeah.
That are really cool looking?
There was like a...
Did I tell you about that?
Yeah.
The ones with the horns on their butts?
Did we
Yeah,
hit
they're
one of those?
Bro?
No, there was like a fucking...
You don't remember?
There was like a herd of them, right?
What's there?
Yeah, there was a migration.
Where?
And
Like Blythe?
no, well, I don't remember, but they were crossing the 10. And I remember we were looking up at the 10.
Shouldn't have done that.
Piss
and
poor.
you could see it was you could see something kind of fucked up ahead, but then you could, as you were getting close, you don't remember this? You could see them inching across the road, and they were just fucking smeared all over the road because they were just crawling, migrating.
No recollection of that.
Wow, that's weird. So you might have been asleep even, but we were.
Gordon was looking out the window like this, like
Yeah.
I'm moving to a town where I know
And Richard's
no
like,
one, and I'm gonna
What are those
caterpillars.
Those are horn butt caterpillars. And Gordon's just like, God, I'm so glad I'm leaving. This is crazy. So we were towing your truck.
Yeah.
We dropped you off at this fucking weird apartment right in the middle of Hollywood.
Killer apartment.
Weird, actually. It was an old wooden apartment building, right? Made of wood.
Yeah, there was wood aspects to the structure. It had beams, wooden beams. It was, I would say,
door was wood.
it was probably built in the 20s,
Yeah, it was old.
which is cool as shit
Right.
in LA.
But where did you live? What section of the house?
In the back bedroom.
What section of the valley?
What? No, he said section of the house.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you said
I
back
didn't-
bedroom, so I waited my turn and then went, what section of the valley?
But which is it? Which section of the valley or the house?
Both.
Which section of the apartment did you live?
I lived in the back part of the
the
apartment in a bedroom. It
I-
had 2 bedrooms.
I thought you lived...
This was a this was probably like a 700 square foot apartment, which
upstairs.
1920s old school in Los Feliz. That was the part of LA.
Okay.
I thought you lived in the...
That was in LA. It wasn't in the valley.
I know, but didn't you live in the closet?
No, I could tell you who did though.
It wasn't you?
No, are you kidding me?
I thought it was you.
I should have because the rent was cheaper in the closet. When I moved in, it was me and this dude Hiram,
Oh, yeah.
and he was an aspiring actor. I'm an aspiring musician. It was a 2-bedroom place and it was huge. It was $900 a month. Now I actually looked it up on Zillow because that apartment was for sale. Now I guess they've
24,
condoed them out.
Yeah.
And we're trying to sell this unit.
24 Hondi?
No, I mean it was hundreds of thousands of dollars to
right.
purchase,
to purchase
it.
Yeah.
And anyway, it was huge. It had a kitchen, 2 bedrooms, a dining room, a living room, a little office, a balcony. I mean, it was the best apartment I ever lived in. Hardwood floors, like original old school
Right, the
hardwood
real
floors.
shit.
Yeah,
It's kind
for
of
$900, which I thought was well, I didn't know what it meant because that was my first time paying to live anywhere ever.
Yeah.
And me and Hiram lived there. It was a great place. And then one day, if you want to talk about the closet dweller,
Yes, I
this
do.
dude.
Oh, yeah.
One day I come home.
It's all coming back.
And Hiram's like, he worked at a coffee shop. He's like, I met this dude at a coffee shop, and I rented him our closet. Oh yeah, the place had a closet. It was a walk-in closet, not in a bedroom. It was just a common closet off of the dining room, and that closet was, it was like the size of this room here. It was a huge
throw a bed
closet.
in there, yeah.
And that's what they did. This dude did. He threw a twin down, put a little dresser up. He may have had a TV in there.
Nice.
And it was some dude named Ezenwa was his name. Ezenwa from Nigeria. Oh. And he wanted to be an actor too. And he was a badass motherfucker. Hiram was a punk. I didn't know. I'd met him once before I moved. And I'd met him at, he was in this movie, this little independent film called Green. And Christy's friend was Carl Hirsch, I think, the director. And I thought I was going to be living with that dude because he was moving to LA too. And I met him and he's like, no, you're living with this dude, Hiram, who's in the movie. And I watched the movie and Hiram's part was the stoner in the movie. And I'm like, oh, we're going to be
fine.
homies.
Yeah.
Met with him. He was totally acted like his fucking character. I moved in with him. He was the biggest fucking dweeb you have ever met. Ever. I smoked him out.
And
I
you're
was
just trying to
at that
pull
time I
tubes
was
all day.
smoking constantly.
Yeah.
And I just moved to LA and I had never seen bud before that had fucking little crystals on it and colorful little hairs and shit. And so
Yeah.
I was buying that shit from the South Bay and bringing it up and I'm giving it to him. He's like, that's fucking coke, dude. We can't smoke this shit. I'm going to have a heart attack. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding?
fucking coke,
And so I'm living with this guy, constantly getting in fights with him. And then he brings in Zenoir, who smoked hells of fucking weed.
Nice.
And we were fucking like this and constantly butting heads with that dude. But that was just a year or so.
Oh, okay. So that's okay. So
That's the dude in the closet with Zenoir.
Okay, I always-
And so, dude, real quick story, because it's kind of fucked up, right?
what?
You got a black guy live in your closet. It gets kind of weird.
Oh.
When his dad flies into town and he's going to introduce him to his roommates. His 2 roommates have made him live in the closet and we were charging him $250. And this dude looked like King Joffrey or whatever from fucking Coming to America. When he
Right.
came
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Right.
And I was like, and I fucking loved his son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great fucking dude, but he was walking up and I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I don't want to be here for
I don't
this.
feel like it's gonna go well.
And this is my room.
And that, I mean, he's straight out of
All the
Nigeria, so
amenities.
that's how he thought. Yeah.
The amenities.
Look what they provided me for
have
250, and I'm like,
Good.
oh, fuck.
So how did you get into agriculture? What was the-
Agriculture. So
Yeah.
the story, yeah. So when I moved there, I had a plan. I was gonna do this, and this, and one of those things was to throw my name in. There was a paper. I can't remember the name of the paper. You put your name in it, and it's kind of like a New Times sort of deal, but it wasn't
It wasn't the LA Times.
It wasn't the LA Times. It was
Couple.
it was grittier.
Couple
than that. Yeah,
pegs down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And really, what it was a bunch of musicians saying, "Hey,
Classifieds.
I like this band, this band, this band. I play this, and let's get together." And I did that, put my name in that, and the phone starts ringing, name and number. I don't know anybody in town. I start going to shows. Like, I don't even know where to go. I've heard of the Whiskey. I've heard of the Roxy.
Of course.
I don't know which night to go, which bands are doing it, and just completely learning everything as I go. I find out I happened to go to the Troubadour one night. Static X is playing
Nice.
to 20 people.
Right.
And I'm like, this place is fucking cool. This band's interesting.
Yeah.
And
Real
it was
piece of
a
shit.
lot of shit. Yeah.
Real piece of shit.
Wasn't he, though?
Sorry. Wouldn't you know?
Wouldn't you know? He was fun to watch.
Yeah.
But so it was a lot of shit like that, just figuring shit out. But the main thing I heard you had to do was put your name in this paper. And my phone rings. There was this guy named H that called me. He was in this band 96 Decibel Freaks, who was big on the scene.
Oh yeah. I remember
And
that band.
these guys were out of like East LA, and there were a bunch of like these big SA looking dudes,
some
and they
cholos.
played like, corn type shit.
yeah.
And they're like,
Corn type shit.
yeah, we play like corn type shit. And
Massa
they're like,
type shit.
they're like, come on down and audition. They're looking for a drummer. So I took my Dickies, I sagged them down, I put on a wife beater and a beanie on
Yeah.
my dreads.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you
like,
did.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just gotta look the part to fit in. And I go and because I didn't know how to I knew how to play Wellington. I didn't really know how to play drums that well. It wasn't like Ben Anderson moving to LA, I didn't have a lot of fucking skills playing with other people. So jam with H, he went, that's ridiculous. You're not in this band. Broke
Yeah.
my heart. I get a call from a guy named Dragon who was really into Dragon. Dragon lived in this mansion up in Echo Park, and he had a bass player friend. He was into Faith No More and Bob Marley, and he
Oh,
knew
nice.
this guy named Rich down in South Bay. So and Rich was in a band called Mr. Bill.
That's right.
Mr. Bill, and he was wanting to leave that band. So Rich is Rich Pineda, who we were talking about before, tattoo artist now.
Yeah.
And I went down there, I jammed with Rich. I thought he was a good singer. he didn't get along with Dragon, and Dragon's like, fuck this guy, come with me, we're gonna do some shit, you, me, and Nick. And when I'm staying with Rich because he knows these other dudes, who ended up being Bill Gower and Jesse Belts. And that's how
The best fucking move ever.
best move ever.
Best move
Isn't
ever,
it funny
dude.
the decisions you make
Yep.
that lead to
You could have followed the dragon.
every
It would have been fucking a bullshit.
I could have chased the dragon.
He could have chased the dragon.
fucking straight down whatever.
And who knew that he was going to introduce you, that Rich
Yeah.
was going to bring you to the best friends.
What were you saying, Tay?
Do you know what
Your
Dragon's
fucking
doing
best
now?
friends, dude.
Yeah, what's Dragon up to?
I can't even find
He's
him.
dead.
How do you find Dragon
Yeah.
on social media? I looked it up. I did find him one time, but he disappeared.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was just really hoping, because I don't remember, I never remembered how that all sort of unfolded for you.
Yeah, that's how that
I really
unfolded.
wish it was just Jesse who called you.
Hi.
Just hello.
Hey.
Where did you play drums, man?
Yeah.
I'm down in South Bay.
You want to be a Mr. Bill? I'm in agriculture. Forget I said that.
Damn it. God, I fucking miss them so much. I can't
Yeah,
even
dude.
stand
I know. So do I.
And that
it-
was the best fucking decision ever.
Yeah, and had you not done that, I would have never been in a band with them and
No.
all that stuff. It
Nope.
wouldn't have- So cool. So,
No, a lot of things wouldn't have happened. But,
right. Tons. Yeah, you would have
Tons.
never met.
That was
But I mean,
pivotal,
that's how
dude.
life works.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So you did agriculture.
did agriculture with Rich Pineda for a while, and we we had to get a new singer because he wasn't working out.
Right.
Because
pain
you
in the
guys were
ass.
fucking throwing down and doing your thing, and it sounded really good. And you guys were like, "Oh,
Like the music was.
the music was fucking dialed in."
The music was getting dialed in.
Right.
He just wasn't committed. He wanted to. He was married. He had a bunch of dough. He had a house. He had all this other shit
That's
going
what-
on.
that's how I remember that.
And it didn't fit in with where we were going. He wasn't fully committed to that. So
You guys found Matt.
we got Matt DeJoy.
Yeah, which was, I remember being very excited when Matt joined the band because his screams were
Yeah.
fucking brutal.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
remember I
super.
went to one of your guys' recording sessions when you were recording like the first record, and he was right there, like next to us.
Yeah.
Like, and he had an SM57, like
Yeah.
the thinner one, and he was like shoving it down his throat.
Yeah.
Kind of. He was, oh, and I was like, this is incredible.
So we were down at what was that?
I don't remember. It was a fucking really dingy, cool ass studio. That's where I fell in love with the whole idea of like moving to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
'Cause I was like into sports and, puss, and like didn't really even consider music. But then after we were seeing you out there and seeing you sort of progress and getting into these cool fucking bands, and then we saw you played. You played. God, where was it? Was it the Troubadour? I saw you play like a few different shows.
When you guys came up from Carlsbad?
It
That was
was-
whiskey.
No, wasn't it the Coconut Teaser?
It was.
When maybe
There was
I
two
don't know.
shows. We saw you at the Coconut Teaser and we saw you at the Whiskey.
Coconut
Dude,
Teaser.
I would
was
have
fucking
never
so
remembered.
good.
I would have never remembered that club if you hadn't just said it.
That was one of
That
the
shit was
most fun
badass.
clubs to play.
But didn't it have a beam right in the middle? So if you
Maybe.
I remember I was standing behind the beam.
She's like, "Course,
Yeah.
here I am behind the column."
Yeah.
It could have had that. I mean, the room where you played, it was fucked up. It had a couple of rooms. There was the upstairs room where we usually played, where they did like the rock shows, and then you go down these corridors and steps. It was a really fucking cool old building.
Yeah, it was.
And then they had this like acoustic room and another bar and all this shit that way. But
It was upstairs.
It was tiny, so you didn't have to put a lot of people in there, and it was a real
The acoustic
energetic show.
Oh, yeah.
Really, the stage was short, the ceiling was low, it was hot as fuck.
Yeah.
And they had those big old goblets of beer.
Yeah.
And
right.
and then you go outside and they had a killer patio,
Yeah.
and you smoke, drink. They had tacos. They make you little quesadillas.
Your favorite.
Oh, it was so good.
Mexican food.
Yeah, for $1. You play a show, I come out and they give you a little cheese quesadilla for $1.
So before we move on to Depsoi, because you
Yeah.
went from agriculture to Depsoi,
yeah,
you guys
and there was a lot of time in agriculture. For
tons.
Sure.
Yeah, that's where you developed your like That's really where you developed your drumming skills.
Yeah, that's
and
jamming with Bill. and
showmanship.
Jesse. Yep, that started there too.
That's where all your head
That's where-
tweaking and all that crazy shit.
Wherever that
Your
came
stage
from, it started
presence,
there.
yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
And then, and sort of just that rock star mentality that you really do need to sort of make it. Because if you
That's where my rock star mentality came from.
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I can specifically see it. Not like you were weird to me or not that kind of.
Oh,
just
but maybe like some confidence. Like yeah,
confident.
like
You
yeah.
have to be a little bit confident.
Gotcha. No, I got you.
And I know you, so I know the confidence was kind of bullshit. You know what I mean? Gordon will put it on, but then just be like, "Oh man, that was rough." You know?
Right, yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
No,
but
I did gain a lot of confidence.
I know you. So
doing that,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. But before we move on to Depsoi, you had one fan that was pretty cool by the name of Dennis Rodman, right?
Yeah, we did.
Agriculture.
One of our 7 fans was Dennis Rodman.
Which makes sense because if you were a fan of Dennis Rodman, you were like, "Hey, Dennis, what do you listen to?"
And then-
he'd be like, "Agriculture, man," and
Yeah.
he'd be like, "You
I
would."
like Pearl Jam, I like Live, and I like Agriculture.
Live.
So what the fuck? How did that even happen?
I have no clue. Probably Ken Kiefer.
Oh,
So
yeah.
This is what I'm
Ken
really bad about.
Kiefer.
Yeah, man.
Whatever the details were to get it to that point, I did not know what they were.
And Ken Kiefer was
Ever.
your manager.
Yeah.
Ken Kiefer was our manager. I'm
And-
sure because he was up in shit. He was a partier. He was, he was a happening guy.
Yeah, he was.
So,
he was
yeah.
a
He's
bro,
a mover and a shaker.
he was a bro with a bouffant.
He was a bro with a
Yeah.
bouffant, and really you needed to be a bro with a bouffant if you're going to be hanging out with.
a frosted bouffant.
If you're going to get into,
it had some highlights.
You
in
had some
there,
frosty
for
tips.
sure.
if you're going to get into Rodman's circle,
Yeah.
better
So
have that thing on.
basically, what happened is Rodman became a fan. He wanted you guys to play
we did a lot of shit for Rodman
but didn't you guys fly in his private jet?
on a private jet that did not belong to him.
Oh, well, he rented it.
Vegas sent it to him because they knew that he was going to come out there and just dump a shitload of, and I watched
okay.
him do it.
Yeah.
$500,000 at the blackjack table.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know what it costs to charter a jet from
Las
Vegas,
Angeles.
LA,
or whatever that airport is to Vegas.
McCarran to LAX or whatever.
But it's probably way less than $500,000. So
Yeah, yeah.
they just knew, we'll send you a jet. You come out here.
Are you talking about the one in Burbank?
No, not in Burbank. It's down by like Irvine. What is that?
John Wayne.
John Wayne. Thanks.
Oh, okay.
Yep, John Wayne. So that's where we flew out of. He lived right down there on the beach, and we got on the jet, flew to Vegas. He was doing a club opening. That's what he was doing at the time. He was because he wasn't playing basketball.
Right.
So we would go around the country opening up these clubs and just be the the MC or
The ambassador.
the ambassador, the name.
So how did he hear you guys?
Ken Kiefer.
Yeah, Ken Kiefer.
And
probably. I don't know.
did he come see
it
you at a
was one of
show?
it-
Like,
it was
did you
one.
know-
No, it was one of his. He had people around him, and one of his.
He's going to look for shit.
Yeah, dude.
I got the CD.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I
like,
flyered him.
You would think
That's why I was telling you guys. Flyering is important.
Yeah, you were.
It was.
You were a big proponent
man.
of flyering.
Yeah.
Is proponent
it's just
the right
what
word?
you did. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I didn't enjoy a second of it, but that's what you did.
You smoke so many Stogs, it's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You get a 44 ounce of Jack and
Foster's
Coke,
or
yeah.
Yeah, when we were getting ready to,
Heinekens.
when we were getting ready to move out to LA, I went and I was like staying with Gordon. I think it was a Carlsbad trip, and we were going to an agriculture show, and he was gonna let me drink and shit because he knew I was like drinking and shit. And
Right.
he filled up a fucking big gulp with, I think it was Miller High Life.
Oh yeah.
With the straw. And
God damn.
he and I were just driving to the show, going up Los Cienega.
Los Cienega.
Going up Los Cienega.
Have you ever been up Los Cienega with a warm Miller High Life
with
and
a big
40?
gulp full of
And we
High Life.
pounded it.
Yeah.
I clearly remember the fucking oil
Always.
rigs
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
And we were
no,
just-
that was was it the Troubadour you said?
yeah.
That was the route to the Troubadour.
That was the route to
every
the,
time.
That was the route. That was the Rubador.
the Rubador.
That's the Rubador to the Troubadour.
Rubador to the Troubadour.
Okay, so you played a couple of shows for.
Yeah. So we did that. We did the Vegas thing. We flew out there on this jet, and that was a great experience.
But did you play a show or you just went with him?
No, we played a show
In
at
Vegas.
the club opening, and it was Rodman and Coolio and Agriculture.
That's fucking.
And you know what? There was 2 shows. We did 2 things out there.
On the floor. Gotta get up to get down. Gotta
Dude.
get up to get down.
So Coolio
Dangerous
comes out
Minds
there
had just come out.
Yeah, dude.
a few years before. Yeah, he was clinging to that,
Yeah,
Hell
for
yeah,
sure.
he was.
and
He's like, I fuck Michelle Pfeiffer. Got that pussy. That Michelle Pussy Pfeiffer fuck. Sorry, go ahead.
did he?
I don't know, but she's in that movie.
I doubt it.
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
Like, let me take that pussy with his hair. It's coming out.
I got 2 Coolio stories. I played with him twice.
Dude, the odds
First
of that
one,
are
please.
astronomical.
The second time I saw him, I told him about the Rodman one.
All right,
The Rodman one. Anyway, so yeah,
Coolio story number 1.
Coolio story number 1. So we're with Rodman doing this club, and then Coolio's there, but it's not a show. He's gonna come out and he's just gonna do some shit, but he doesn't have a DJ tracks or anything. So who's gonna back him up? Me and Bill Gower.
Hell
Fuck yeah, you
dude.
are.
And Bill starts going, bonk, 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 and I start, and Coolio looks at us like,
It's on.
no, he goes, what the? He fucking comes to me.
Like, too fast.
I'm the closest guy, and he fucking starts yelling at me while I'm playing. He's like, no. No!
Slow this motherfucker down.
You gotta And Bill's over there.
Bill's got no clue, dude.
I'm going, what? He's going, no. I'm going, you're gonna know. And then he he's like, you gotta do some rhyme, bust a rhyme. She's like, bucket, 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 bucket. I'm like, And then this fucking dude who played drums for live, he's like, I know what he wants. And he taps. This is all happening while Bill's going on stage, and people are like, yeah. And the guy from Lives comes up, and I just hand him my 6
Oh, he stepped in?
and did exactly what I was doing.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
And then and then Coolio did a song and bailed.
Okay, so Coolio.
That was one, but I mean, we did a show at Rodman's house. Rodman owned a club and a restaurant. We played there all the time, so it was a little thing that Agriculture did.
That
it was fun.
Ken Kiefer.
Ken Kiefer.
What's
hooked up.
Coolio's story number 2?
No, we ended up playing
He saw you at the.
when I was in,
Coolio's like, "Aight, bro, I'm gonna give you a
He's
second
like,
chance."
you're that drummer.
I wish, dude.
He's like, "Where's your backup?
Where's your bass player?
Where's your bass player?"
So we now I'm in Power Man.
Oh,
And we are playing a festival in not Elgin, Rockford, Illinois. So out of Chicago, playing this big festival in a field, and it's us, and it's like Shinedown and a bunch of other bands like that, and Coolio.
did he come up to you and go,
Fuck
"Hey,
no!
mother-
Are you?
You're from the club."
No.
It's 15 years ago.
I'm gonna
No.
give you one more chance.
I played a show.
To do your damn.
I played a show and started drinking, so then now I can talk to people.
I got
And I go
it.
up to Coolio. I'm like, Coolio, we fucking jammed in Vegas with Rodman, and you told me to do some Busta Rhymes shit, and he's like, yeah, I remember that. And I'm like, yeah, and he didn't fucking remember
Not a
thing.
chance.
But he's got his little entourage, and he goes, hey, fucking whatever this guy's name is, he goes, get his number. We're partying later. And I think I still got his name. His name in my phone is Coolio's homie. I didn't even get his fucking name. But we were staying in the
I
hotel.
wanna go through your phone,
We're
man.
staying in the same hotel, and I'm riding up with Coolio. This is after the show, and he's like,
Coolio's
we're going
homie.
out. And Coolio's homie's got my number. And he calls me to make sure it works. And I'm like, yeah, it's fucking Coolio's homie.
Yeah.
We're going out. And I'm like, all right, let me go to my room. And then I fucking
Bailed.
bailed on it. Damn. I know. That's weak. I should have done it. But at that time, I was
You were
a little over it.
Yeah. So agriculture, and then this is a very pivotal moment.
Yeah,
in your
agriculture,
into Depsoi. So how did you meet up with Depsoi? And because I know, how did you meet up with Depsoi?
They were friends of ours. They
Right.
were playing all the shows we were playing.
Carcinogen, right?
Carcinogen for a little while,
Yeah.
and then they turned into Depsoi.
Fire.
Yeah, before I joined, they turned into Depsoi.
Right.
Changed their name, And we were all trying to do the same thing, playing shows, and I became really good friends with those guys. Like to the point where I was hanging out, with Jeremy solo. I would go out to the dump and chill with him and hanging out with Ryan and Dan and Colin, their drummer at the time. We're all good buddies. And it got to the point where Depsoi had some shit going on. They were going to get signed, and they weren't really happy with Colin at the time. And they were thinking long term, like, who are we going to be able to tour with and get along with? And so they were, getting into that stage where they're going to start auditioning drummers. And Ryan, right off the bat, was just like, let's just see if we can pluck Gordon out. Jeremy was the same way. I think Dan was a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because I know they tried out one maybe or two guys, and I didn't even audition, really. They were having a dump party. Colin went to get fucking ice, and Ryan's like, hey, let's fucking just jam something real quick. And we did fucking a couple of their songs, which I already knew just from listening to them. And Ryan's like, that's the feel. Let's do it.
Colin was on ice.
Colin was on ice. Duty.
And they put him
and
on
then
ice.
they put him on ice.
They put him on ice.
Yeah.
So then you got into Depsoi. You got signed to fucking Geffen Records.
Instantly. But that was already, shit like that was on the horizon for them.
Right.
And
You
I'm
sort of
sure that
swooped
made
in.
my decision a little bit easier to leave,
Agriculture.
a couple of my best friends.
Yep.
And that was a hard thing to do.
Do you think they understood, though?
They did. Bill and Jesse did. Matt didn't.
Right.
But, whatever.
What can you do?
What can you do?
Yeah. And
You
that
went
was-
out there to do one thing.
I went out there to do one thing.
You were looking out
and-
for yourself, man.
yeah,
You
I
got to.
didn't-
It's unfortunately you have to fucking do that
Yeah.
sometimes. And the cool thing is that our dad was very adamant about letting us sort of follow our dream and go and do this thing, and you're gonna fucking go as hard as you can.
Yeah.
And the very first one of his children to go off to try to do it, fucking did it.
Yeah.
And I had the document signed and the pen and you had
The
it.
real deal.
God, it was so
No, I mean that
fucking
was
cool.
when I would sit down with Dad at night back in the day when I was in high school. We're living at even at the Mitchell house. We talked about that shit before we moved. But there was a plan. It's like, I'm way into his shit and his process.
Yeah,
you
you are.
have goals. You do this. You do that. And I actually wrote down goals like he
Dude,
asked me to.
Gordon,
And all
you're
this
one of
shit.
the most organized motherfuckers that I know.
Dude, how many receipts do you
Yeah,
have?
dude, I remember
None.
finding.
I don't do that anymore.
When did you stop?
When
Last year.
Gordon's like, I just do
when I
QuickBooks
married
at my
Nicole.
house.
When I married Nicole, I don't have a checkbook register. I don't have receipts. I don't have any of that shit. She goes, they do all this shit online. And I went, no.
Yeah, no shit.
No way.
Yeah, don't they?
I don't think so. I don't think we're doing that. My dad does not approve of this kind of.
I remember,
No,
dude,
he does.
Yeah, dude.
Mom doesn't. Mom will stand at the grocery store and go, 139, 22 subtracted from
Right, and then be like,
and that's
Sandra.
what I was. And then Nicole went, that's fucking stupid. But I was also living off of like $250
Right, so you had to budget.
a week, so I to the cent had to budget that shit.
Right.
Which, yeah, I mean,
Okay, so
it's easier to. Yeah, what were we talking about?
No, so don't worry. I'm
Depsoi.
gonna get back to it.
Depsoi deal.
Yeah.
So I joined Depsoi. They had a manager at the time. You know Tom Hazart.
Yeah.
You know Tom Hazart. He was the quasi manager of Depsoi, and
But you also had.
Chuck High Roller Toller.
Well, that
he
was
became
a road.
the manager. He was the real deal manager. So he was.
okay.
And then you had Chuck Redu.
Chuck Redu.
But Chuck
Roadman.
Redu was
Roadman.
a
Tesla.
homie, and you know what? That sucks because I don't really know the whole genesis of Chuck Redu and Depsoi relationship because I wasn't there for that. But Chuck Redu was there. He was our tour manager.
Right.
He was a friend who took on that role. He hadn't done that before.
And he
ever.
looked exactly like a
Ostrich.
an
and
ostrich.
He looked exactly like an ostrich
yes,
that was
did.
eating well.
that was eating.
Do you know what I mean?
He did.
Hey, who was the guy who filmed a lot of shit for you guys? Was always around. He did all the Jackass shit.
Rick
Oh,
Cossack.
Rick Cossack. Yeah,
Rick Cossack,
Yeah.
bro, is all up in the comedy scene. Like
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
comedy
yeah.
guys
Yeah.
knows who he is.
Yeah.
Who's he is. And I just love it because
pretty awesome.
I got to hang out with him a shit ton.
With Rick?
Yeah, because he was always at the dump, just hanging out with
Yeah.
his hands in his pockets and being very quiet. But like,
And weren't you stoked that he took the photo of that Deftones album that meant so much to you?
Yeah, I forgot that he did that.
I mean, that was pretty cool.
It's pretty
That's
fucking
fucking
amazing.
badass. Yeah.
The Around the Fur one.
Around the Fur.
Yeah. So, Depsoi, you guys were fucking touring. You guys were doing Ozfest. You guys had a major fucking deal. You guys had...
We had a major
this
deal.
This is
when I joined, they didn't have a Geffen deal on the table. They didn't have that shit. They had interest from labels. They had Tom Hazard getting people interested. The biggest interest was Corey Taylor from Slipknot.
Oh, yes.
He was starting a label, and he wanted to sign Depsoi. And so I remember right when they said, all right, you're in the band. Slipknot played the Forum with System of a Down,
Just a couple of schlubby
a
bands.
couple other schlubs, but they were headlining that night in that particular club. And so Depsoi was
Boner
like,
Town.
yeah, come on down with us as a band now.
Nice.
I'm like, all right, cool. This is fucking Corey wants to sign Depsoi. Things are gonna be great.
Yeah.
And I go down there, we watch the show, it's fucking awesome. We don't go backstage or anything, but we go back to the dump afterwards and we're partying. And I'm in one of the bedrooms watching an agriculture video because I just got sent a live VHS of agriculture crying. What are we gonna do? And I'm watching a live show and this dude walks in, and think of Slipknot at that time. You don't know what the fuck they look like, right?
Yeah.
So this dude walks in, he's all fucking sweaty and haggard, tatted up, black fingernails, long hair. And he's like watching it with me. And I look over and I'm like, what's going on, dude? He's like, just fucking chilling. He's like, that's cool video, cool band. I'm like, awesome, dude.
Yeah.
All right, later.
Bye.
Yeah. It wasn't a dump party. It was just us. So I'm like, what the fuck's this guy doing here? And I finished the video. I walk outside and Depsoi is all sitting around. He's like, Gordon, meet Corey. I'm like,
Oh,
my
wow.
God, dude, it's fucking Corey's here.
Wow.
And they're talking about like deal shit. Tom Hazard's there and
That's heavy, bro.
it's just us. It was the four of us and fucking
Corey
Tom
Taylor.
Hazard and Corey Taylor.
Is that the coolest fucking
It was fucking, yeah, it was
unreal?
surreal. It was surreal. And I'm like, fucking, this is all happening right now.
Yeah.
This is how it happens in some weird little house next to tweakers cooking meth with Corey Taylor and this
At
is
a dump.
at a dump in the San Fernando Valley. And
Jeremy
that's
just stomping out rats. left and right.
Yeah, just killing rats.
crushing necks,
Waffle
and
stomping
smoking
rats.
stones. Dude,
That's a 4 episode ago callback. That's nice.
I'm good at that stuff.
did you guys talk about that?
Waffle Stomp? Well, we've talked about both.
Waffle Stomp?
Yeah.
That's a different.
Oh, okay.
Waffle stomping
I
is-
thought you named it.
No. Waffle stomping is where you take
No.
a shit in the shower and then you stomp
Stomp
it,
it, yeah.
through the drain.
All right.
Self-explanatory.
Yeah, we did talk about Jeremy stomping out rats.
Yeah,
God.
just like it's a cockroach. Not the
What-
same.
And if you're new to the podcast, Jeremy is a sweet human being.
Very sweet.
And what happened is he had pit bulls and they would get a hold of a rat and he would bring it up to Jeremy and the rat would be twitching and still alive.
Yeah.
So I remember I was just like, wow, that's crazy. It's still alive. And as I'm thinking that, Jeremy fucking sumo
Put it out
wrestler
of
from the
misery.
top rope goes, whoa, bam! And squashes it. And it was scary.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
So let's keep the ball rolling. So
Yeah, so we're doing that, and then
but Depsoi toured, fucking did some amazing shows. This
straight
is
to
where
tour. We did a lot of touring.
You were a straight fucking rock star. You guys had a music video.
We had a
Dude,
legit music video that
Shot by
aired
Rick
on
Cossack. Right?
MTV. Not so much in the States.
In Mexico.
I think they did a lot more of the MTV2 down in
Mexico.
Mexico City.
Mexico,
Was that
yeah.
Mexico City?
Because-
Where was that?
that was Cage 9 where I did that thing.
Yeah.
Where we went down there. But the video, long story short, the video we shot was in a bullfighting arena in Mexico, right outside of Tijuana.
Okay.
And so the U.S. wouldn't really play it because it depicted violence against bulls. It was pretty stupid shit on our part to go ahead with that plan.
I remember when that video was, you guys were in the process of, like, you guys were looking at all the, what do they call those? Like the little clips?
Oh, yeah.
You had all the
What
paperwork.
is the name of that?
What?
The
Storyboard?
Storyboard.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly what it was.
That's it.
You guys were on tour. You guys were, I think you were on Ozfest, and you guys were playing a show.
Before Ozfest.
Was it before Ozfest? Maybe you were on tour with Blindside?
Maybe.
It was one of those, and I remember you guys were looking over the storyboard, and I was like,
and we're
what the
probably
fuck
just
is-
going, yeah, great.
Yeah, I was like, there's a
Yeah.
matador, and I was like, what is this?
Fucking perfect.
I have to know though. We have to backtrack a bit because we went from Corey Taylor at the dump yard to touring.
Yeah.
And so
we
like,
skipped the actual
we
deal.
skipped the actual deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
and
got
our
we got we
manager.
got lots of questions.
No, and I'll get through it quick. Somehow we got involved with High Roller Toller, Chuck Toller, and he became the real manager because he was a band manager. He was Mudvayne's manager at the time, and he had his hand in a bunch of different
And,
business.
and
He was an
Slipknot kind
entrepreneur.
of brought Mudvayne up a little bit, right?
Slipknot, yeah, they helped him out for sure.
Yeah.
But Chuck Toller said, "You're not going with Corey Taylor because that shit's not going to work," and it didn't. He didn't.
Right, 100%.
He didn't get a label going, and he said, "You're going with Geffen," or there was some other deal. I don't know if it was Epic or fucking Cap or whatever. It was like these two, and they're like, "Well, you're going with Geffen."
Majors.
That's what he said. You're going with Geffen. You're getting a bunch of money and
Subsidiary of Universal.
yeah, UMG. Yeah, for sure.
And so you signed with
We
Geffen.
signed with Geffen.
And it was
and
A
you
bunch
met
of stupid shit. It's a bunch of people telling you what you're gonna do real fast, and you don't know what the fuck's going
And-
on.
but was it-
and you're 22 years
was
old.
it a
and you
360
don't
deal
know.
or was it a straight deal?
No, the 360 deals. They weren't there yet because
Right,
people were still selling albums then.
It was like $1 million deal, right?
It was. I think it worked out to that. We got signing bonuses that I lived off of for years, and not many.
But
I
still.
bought equipment. They paid tons of money for recording. They had tour budgets. It was like kind of the last of all of that. Us and a bunch of other, like basically everybody was on Ozfest 2003 with us, was kind of in the same boat,
right.
you know.
And you recorded with
Howard Benson,
Howard
who you
Benson.
talked about with Larry Bear.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they did POD.
They did
And
POD. They did Bionic Jive, and
Yeah.
well, he did. I mean, he did a Jimmy Eat World too.
Yeah. But I just remember you telling me that they weren't too stoked on the drummer of POD.
No, they were.
They were-
They didn't say no.
Yeah,
It was-
because they were really happy to have you playing the drums.
Yeah, and they may have said that to fluff me up. I don't know. I don't think they were fucking stoked on me. I don't. They always talk shit. That's their thing. They'll talk shit, build you up, take you down, build you up. I don't. You know.
Okay, so Depsoi
I don't know.
didn't pan out. I guess.
What happened?
Yeah.
It just.
I mean,
so you guys kind of got fucked, really.
got put on a-
You guys had, first of all, the first record that you guys made was a phenomenal record. Two Angels in a Dream.
It was good. It was a good record.
An incredible record that like really solidified those years of a lot of people, especially in the hoods.
Yeah.
Lives, right. So that
because of all our connection.
all of our
you know,
connections.
yeah.
Right. So we're like
That's a pretty cool thing, you know.
We're all
guy
just-
from the hood, and
we're all stoked to see you
yeah,
doing
we're
it.
all brothers and shit.
And
But,
then
yeah.
but then you guys kind of got shelved.
We did.
The
It was a
music
weird.
scene changed completely.
Yeah, exactly. It was a weird time. I mean, what happened was we were lumped in with nu metal just like every other band, and
Right.
it was just
and you weren't that.
no, but
Not
we
really.
were in that. I think we could have been. It was there. It was like squirming around in Jeremy's
Yeah.
brain, but like at the same time, it's like you've got Howard Benson who just did POD and was so successful, and you got to look at all the other producers they
Right.
put us. It wasn't like they go, you're going with Howard Benson. We auditioned for the guy who did Linkin Park. We auditioned for what's this guy who did
Who's that dude, Rob?
Incubus.
Who's that dude, Rob, that would always come by the dump every once in a while? He had long hair.
Rob
he did
Hill.
corn stuff. Rob Hill.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did the second album. One of the versions of the second album. That album was recorded like 3 times. But I think he did the one that was released. Maybe. I don't know. I left before that.
Yeah, but see, the other thing is like they didn't want Jeremy because Jeremy was a singer and guitar player.
Yeah, so they took the guitar away from him. Then it's this big awkward kind of guy who's used to having a guitar.
having to
And now he's got to do that shit. Yeah.
And who's actually Jeremy's a fantastic guitar player.
He's so good.
He fucking
Great guitar
shreds,
player.
dude.
Phenomenal guitar.
Yeah, he is.
to play, and honestly, to play those parts and sing at the same
that's
fucking
that's
technically advanced.
Yeah.
Highly advanced.
To look back at it now, it's bizarre. It really is a bunch of people swooping in quick, giving you money, telling you're awesome, and then telling you what to do, and us kind
you
of
get caught up
going,
in it.
okay, and then when they're all gone, going, what the fuck, is that really what we want to do? I don't know, but if we don't do it, then shit's gonna go away, and then we fucking so
and
let's
they
just
know
do it.
they know they have that upper hand on you.
Yeah, and that's what it was.
They're like, do you want to
seem like that the whole time?
You want to be successful or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're
Kinda.
like, you don't know what the fuck
I
to
don't
say.
know. Yeah.
So that sort of
Which takes kind of, it seems like it takes art and truth out of it.
Oh well, yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
You hear the stories of those artists were like, no, we're like fucking fuck the label. We're doing what we're doing, and we're Nirvana, and we're gonna do, and then that's real shit.
If Jeremy
I
would have
think.
just said "fuck all you," I'm gonna continue to play the guitar.
Then it would have sounded like a country album. I don't know.
Maybe
With a couple rappers, maybe.
Yeah, with a couple of rappers.
Coolio.
Yeah, with
Coolio would have fucking.
Yeah,
done
yeah,
it.
fucking-
would've been like-
Gordon, you know Coolio's homie. Get on.
Yeah, Coolio would have called up Jeremy.
Yeah.
Been like, I'm coming by the dump.
I need a
and you would
chorus.
have been there and been like, Coolio. And he'd been like, you fucking still here.
And that was
everywhere.
You again.
Coolio wasn't the end of my rap career. Depsoi was on Crazy Bones album.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they actually, I think I get you
get
know
some
at
royalties?
least $4 from that a
year?
year or every other year.
Nice.
So from Bone Thugs,
From not
yeah.
Bone Thugs, Crazy Bone solo.
right? Yeah. Okay, so Depsoi into Cage 9.
Cage 9, yeah. So Depsoi had done all their touring, all this fun, cool shit. The
For
album
years
was
and years.
released and it just didn't sell, and it wasn't like, yeah, we're gonna try and push it. It was cut their losses. You guys are done. And so I spent a couple of years with Depsoi, and that was a blow to everybody, and we didn't recover from it, and we didn't do anything after it. We did write songs and record an album, but it wasn't going to go anywhere, and it got to that point where I could tell.
Right, and there's some really fucking good songs on that second
There were
record.
some great songs, some of my favorite songs.
Yes, yes.
Did they ever try to recoup money from you guys?
No.
No.
In the summertime,
Nope.
Interested to know that.
myself upon my
We knew that going in, though.
pillow.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
was going to be okay.
Yeah.
I
wish-
will
I-
be alright.
I wish I would have done more, knowing that, but it just didn't
You
feel
guys
right.
sold your merch rights right away, didn't you? I remember that.
Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, I think I remember that for some
But
reason.
I'm sure we didn't, whoever.
For like 100,000, you guys sold
Yeah.
the rights to your merch or something like that.
And they're a sucker, whoever bought those.
It's true.
Enjoy.
They made lots of
How to
It's a
turn
gamble.
$100,000 into 10,000.
quilts. That's all you got to do is get into the quilt game.
For sure.
Make a bunch of D-Swa quilts.
Yeah.
So then Cage 9
Cage 9. Jesse Belts from Agriculture. So now we're coming
coming back around.
coming back around. Jesse's in Cage 9, and I knew Cage 9 from the scene. I had seen him around, been to their shows, and Jesse's having a great time in that band. And they were looking for their new drummer. They got drummers a lot.
Yeah.
And I came in. I was there for a while.
Okay, so then hold on. We got a
Wait,
cruise.
you tell me.
We got a cruise.
Go. I'm going to answer
So
your questions.
Cage 9, then that transitioned into Power Man 5000 because there was two members of Cage
Yeah,
9.
Gustavo and Evan were in Power Man 5000 and Cage 9 at the same time.
And then they needed a drummer.
They needed a drummer.
So you got into Power Man 5000.
Got into Power Man 5000.
And then again, we were going to
I beat out Ginger Fish. I just want to tell you, though.
What?
Ginger
Fish?
Fish. Yeah.
No shit. Fuck yeah, you did.
Marilyn
That's
Manson
fucking awesome.
plays for Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, the day I auditioned for Power Man 5000, Ginger Fish, they didn't tell me. Ginger came in to the Cage 9 studios when I was supposed to start drumming, and Spider starts talking, and they had an hour-long conversation while I sat there and waited.
Oh, Jesus.
And I go, well, fucking Ginger Fish came in, so I'm not going to get
That took you down.
But then I'm listening to it, and I go, wait a minute. They aren't going to pay Ginger Fish
Yeah.
to fucking be in this band. So I knew I was good. Anyway, go ahead.
Because you were cheap.
Dollars and cents, yes.
Yeah, it's good.
But you also fit exactly what they needed.
Yeah,
You're
somebody
a fucking
who can
solid fucking
four on the
drum-
floor. You play to a click.
Yeah,
you, don't
you can
fuck
go
up.
boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom. Hey, yeah, dude.
There's a lot of those.
Ginger's like, I didn't want to wear that fucking helmet anyways.
But he ended up with Rob Zombie, so he's all right.
Yeah, he did. Well, Rob had probably a bigger budget.
Anyway, what was your question?
No question. Actually, so that's sort of and I hate to breeze through Cage 9 and Power Man, but
That's fine.
we got some things we got to do, baby.
Do what you want to do.
Do what you want to do. So we
I
did.
love hearing it.
We did reach out to social media and asked for questions.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a few here that I'd like to read. And we're going to start with, because this is going to tie into a couple of stories that I know is going to be some fucking bangers. So Dan Noonan wants to know, ask him about this. And I'm going to show you the picture.
Okay.
Do you see this?
Yes.
Is it the Solarcaine?
Solarcaine, my old friend.
Tell us about Solarcaine.
Yeah, that's a bad story.
Yeah, tell us about
That's
it.
a painful story.
Okay. What happened? For those who don't know, Dan Noonan was the
guitarist at Depsoi.
right.
And so we were on one of our tours, and here's how I'll tell it. So we're on tour, we're partying after the show. I think we were out with Mudvayne.
Of course.
And some chicks came back to the hotel room to party with us. And we're all in the hotel room and we're getting ready to go to another party scenario. And I decided, I was starting to turn into old man Gordon at that point. I'm like, I'm not going out right now.
Right.
And so everybody's walking out of the hotel room. They're going to go wherever they go. And this one chick that was hanging out stops and fucking looks at me and she just looks at me and she goes, do you want to fuck? And I look at her and I go, no. No, I'm good. I'm good. And she goes, okay. And bails. And I'm alone in the hotel room. And I'm like, and she left and went, I do want to whack it though. So I had a girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, Roxy.
So I wasn't going to do that anyway. But besides, she looked like a fucking pug. She looked like a straight up pug. Her eyes bulging, pug, weird
all
lip,
different
cheek
directions.
wrinkles. And I was like, no. Even if I didn't have a Roxy, I don't know, maybe I would have been like,
Yeah.
but so she left and I was like, that was pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
And now I
do
want to whack it. So I'm a lube guy.
But you're like, I still got it.
Yeah, I still got it. And I'm
Still got
alone.
it, yeah.
I'm alone in a hotel room that I normally share with 3 other dudes.
Oh yeah.
And they're all gone.
And they're gone. So
And
I'm like, this
perfect.
is the opportunity right
Yeah,
here.
dude.
And I'm a lube
Tissue,
guy.
tissue.
But I didn't have lotion with me. I didn't like have lube, so I just go rifling. I was sharing a room with fucking Dan Noonan that night, and I go rifling through his fucking overnight bag, and there's this green bottle of fucking moisture. I go, this'll work.
That's all you need.
I didn't read ingredients. I maybe squirt a little bit on my hand, went like this, and went, yeah.
That'll work.
That's moisture.
That's where warm that up and we're good to go. And I did it. And I went to bed. And then I woke up the next day and I go to take a piss and I'm not looking and it's really painful down on my schlonger.
Yeah.
And I looked down and my dick looked like a lightning bolt. It looked like, and I it looked like zigzags, and it had big nodules off every side. And I go, this isn't right. And I pissed, and it hurt, and everything hurt, and I was scared. You know, when your unit hurts and you get
You're like,
scared.
I didn't fuck that girl.
Yeah, I didn't.
Why is this like this?
No, right? And we're on tour. We're in the middle of fucking wherever we are, and we have weeks to go. And I just like, well, it'll go away. And I fucking kept going. And next stop, worst lightning bolt, more nodules, and then they start exploding, and shit, and pus is coming out, and just on the sides, and it's just swollen and shit. And by the time we hit our last show, we were playing the Big Fish. So the tour, whatever tour we were on, must have ended.
Yeah, and you just
we picked up a show, Big Fish, before we hit LA, and I could barely walk, and David Dad was out of town, I think. Yeah, David Dad was out of town. We had a party at his house after the show.
Yeah, I
slept in David Dad's bed, and I just fucking. I remember, and I told Mom. I'm like, Mom, my dick looks like a lightning bolt right now, and it fucking hurts so bad. And she's like, well, just keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
I mean, what is she gonna do for that? Nothing. There's nothing she could do. It's like, really, I should have gone to a doctor a long time ago.
Yeah.
And anyway, I went back to LA. Went to a doctor. He looked at it and he's like, did you get, he was an Indian dude, did you get a blowjob? Did you get fuck the accent, did you get a blowjob? Did you do this? Did you do fucking all this shit? I'm like, no, I didn't do any of that shit. I told him the straight up truth. I said, I fucking saw a pug.
Did you stick your dick in an anthill?
And I used Solarcaine. He's like, I don't know. It doesn't sound right. So maybe there was some shit on my hand. I don't know. Or Solarcaine fucked me up. But he gave me Cipro and back into my little ween.
How did he say Cipro?
Cipro.
Okay.
Cipro.
So you jerked off with Solarcaine.
What's Solarcaine?
It's what's it for?
Yeah.
Sunburns.
Athlete's foot or
you
sunburns.
probably gave yourself like a chemical burn or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, but it's for sunburns.
Yeah, but you rubbed it like so it like.
Yeah, but you don't
too hard.
jerk off a sunburn.
Yeah.
I've used a lot of weird shit to tug on my wiener. That was not a stretch for me when I saw it. So
Came in a bottle.
Came in a bottle. It was fucking neon green.
Toothpaste didn't do that to
Why
me.
not?
Okay, so to follow that up, we have the bass player of Depsoi asks, ask him about the night I accidentally clipped a swollen nad somewhere in Texas. Also, he peed sitting at the edge of a bed sitting down at 3 a.m. Like sitting wiener posted.
So he didn't clip a nad. It was the same trip. My dick had exploded, and we were closer to Arizona now because we're on the way home. But they all knew about my dick.
Yeah.
And at this point now, I'm sleeping with Ryan, and we were in the hotel room and we were wrestling around. Yeah. And I said, Ryan, don't hit my dick when we're wrestling. It was like, I'm up. And then he fucking knocked into my dick, and I went fucking like me on you when you're a kid. I went fucking straight to his neck. I said, don't hit my fucking dick.
Yeah.
And I'm squeezing the life out of him.
Right.
And he doesn't do well with that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
like
he doesn't.
nobody should.
Right.
But he fucking flipped his wig, and now we're going at it. Almost, but not throwing blows, but I'm squeezing his neck. And Jeremy, so we stay in the room with Jeremy, and he just goes, hey! And grabs us both like this. And and I remember him like carrying us like this, throws Ryan into the shower. Ryan's pissed off in there, like flailing around in the tub, pulls the shower curtain down. I'm so mad. He throws me on the bed, and he's like, stop it.
Yeah, he's like the dad that comes in.
Yeah, it was like somewhere in Texas. Is that what he said? Texas? Yeah. Somewhere in Texas.
Jeremy's a big, strong dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom.
So I was like, fucking don't hit my dick. We're wrestling, he hit my dick, and Jeremy went nuts. But I'll tell you this, me and Ryan went to bed that night, and I was going to tell him this at his wedding. I was going to give a speech, but I didn't get to.
Right.
But I was going to, my whole thing was going to lead to whatever you do at night, don't
go to bed
mad at each other. Because Ryan and I did lay down like this next to each other. And one of us turned over and like, I'm sorry. It's okay. We're fine. And then we made it. All the rest of the tours, we slept together just fine.
We hit you in the dick. And
It was an accident. It was a fucking bump, but I just said I don't do that.
Right.
Yeah, we shouldn't have been roughhousing.
Yeah.
That's true.
Or you shouldn't have been jerking off with Solarcaine.
No.
Oh, your wife wants to know how many days till Carlsbad.
176. Probably.
The only reason is because Gordon is very excited about Carlsbad every year, and
We got a good place this year. It's right by Cobbles.
yeah,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went and checked it out.
We're the first house next to.
We went over there last year, yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
well,
dope
the
spot.
day we
Awesome.
come back from Carlsbad, Gordon starts talking about Carlsbad
Next year.
The next year.
Yeah.
I found like 4 new restaurants.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Anna.
good.
Oh, actually,
fucking nuts.
Benjamin David Heckaman, your brother, would like to know. Oh, he goes, ask him. No, tell him I never punched him in the face at the Puentes' house.
Okay.
What happened there? You and my brother, and my other brother, Puentes.
He punched me in the face at the Puentes house. That's it. You want me to keep going?
Nope.
No, I will.
Yeah.
We have different dads, different last names.
Oh, me and you?
Yeah, you and me.
Yeah.
Ben has the same dad.
Right.
So
no matter how we toss
we'll
the dice.
call my dad that's not your dad, David Dad.
We'll call him that.
So
'Cause that's
we're
what we
on a
call
trip with David Dad.
Right.
And it was just one of those things where his friends, the Puentes house, and they're upstairs, and Ben took an opportunity. We're downstairs playing around, maybe roughhousing too much, and he pinned me down, and nobody was there, and we were about to leave somewhere. So it was that they're coming down the stairs in seconds, and Ben just went pop right in my face, and I went, oh my God, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He knew there,
He
and
fitted in
sure
right
enough,
before the
pop,
Yeah.
step, and I went, and I just banked it, and I went, "You're fucking so
banked.
dead." And I've talked to him about it so many times. He's like, "No, I never did that."
Right.
He did it strategically, and then probably blacked out because he knew he was gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
He's gonna die, and he probably died several deaths after that.
Yeah. Okay.
And I shouldn't
So
have done
I
that.
banked it.
So that's what Ben is talking about there.
So he doesn't believe.
He did do it.
He convinced himself that
It's like he
didn't.
punched me and then feigned.
Yeah. And then woke up and you
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we were wherever we're at, and I'm just looking at him.
just like, counting down the seconds, bro.
Yeah.
It's really the only explanation.
And then your sister Anna, maybe just ask him how he's doing at that very moment. That's Anna's question.
At this moment,
How are you doing in this moment?
fucking great.
Are you enjoying?
Thanks, Anna. I'm having a good time.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah, I'm having a great time.
Okay, cool.
Are you enjoying yourself?
I am.
Are you okay? Is this going okay?
This is going
Great,
good,
bro.
I forgot we were doing this for a second. So
Yeah, I could tell because you don't talk into the mic very good, and it is what it is. But guess what?
is it that bad?
We're not.
A suggestion: we need to put it on the side that they're talking.
Oh, we're coming.
know.
Come on over here.
Yeah, but okay.
Just, you're talking
Next time.
at them and it's over here.
Noted. And I love how it somehow got to me.
Yeah.
Not doing much.
Shouldn't have done that. I'm
Because
closer
you're-
now.
You know
How's
what,
this
man?
sound?
Like,
not the
I
Booties
love
and
this
Dick
'cause
podcast.
You guys see each other a lot
Yeah.
Yeah.
more than I see you.
I
And
see
fucking
him
the last
every
time I got
weekend.
to sit down for a couple hours with you, bro. You know, doesn't happen
a long
lot.
time.
And I'm fucking so excited about it. So yeah, dude.
And that's why
All
this
right.
Awesome.
podcast is badass.
Yeah, but this is your show. This is your thing. I want to make sure it's
you
okay.
know,
I mean, I
you're
don't
all,
know.
dude, we always said if it's at least we just get to fucking chill.
That's
Yeah,
the
all
thing.
right, cool. Because that's what it felt like. In the
Yeah.
beginning, I heard Dick, and I was like, oh,
This
fuck.
mass production.
Shit, Dick. And then I was like, all right, we're talking now.
Yeah, things.
That's how it goes. It's
and
interesting.
honestly, we're gonna go over. We're
Cool.
already
Yeah.
at the point, but we're gonna go.
Oh,
over.
all right, all right, then-
No, we're gonna
all
go
right.
over.
Let you do your
Sorry,
thing.
Tay.
All right.
This is
just
the
saying what the fans
best.
No, he's got
dude.
he's got
Tell-
Cleese
Tell your
and Schneider. He's
tell your
got fucking-
His fucking client list just
tell your girlfriend I'm sorry. We're going over.
it's Deuce.
This actually, this one, confused me because I always thought it was you, and then for another second I thought it might have been Ben. Ryan Dodd says, "Does you remember pushing us around in the recycling bins at the Mitchell house, or was that Ben?" Was it Ben?
Recycling bins at the Mitchell house.
Okay, so what it was is Ryan and I would get into an empty trash bin, and then either you or Ben would close the lid and would fucking push us Mach 10 down the street and ram us into different things. That wasn't you?
I don't remember recycling being invented when I lived there.
It might have been the regular trash bin. I mean, just go with the bin.
Recycling would have been way better.
You remember the trash things we had were in the alley there. It's not like what is here. No, am I missing it? It was Ben.
So it was Ben.
It was Ben.
Yeah.
But I do.
But tell me, what trash bin is it?
A bin, not the alley bin. A bin. It was not the alley bin.
Yeah.
It was a front bin. It was Ben. It was a bin with Ben.
We didn't have front bins.
We had bins, I'm telling you, or we got it from the neighbor's house or something. It was a full-on trash bin. I swear to God.
That was Ben.
So we'll go ahead and cut
But
that.
No, that's good.
I did run down you and Tanner on bikes.
That is true. So in your heyday of athleticism, at our house.
I'm still there.
Yeah,
I know.
What, you're in your heyday of athleticism still?
Oh, yeah. Feel the same.
Okay. So we were on our bicycles.
Right? Don't you?
100%.
Yeah.
We're just going to move on to the next
All right, next one.
Next question.
Yeah, you and Tanner were riding scared for your life.
We just Gordon was behind the gate and was just like staring at us like a fucking tough guy.
All the way past at the end of the carport on the other side of the gate.
I mean,
What are you pussies doing?
What is that, 50 yards?
Where were you?
We were in the middle of the street.
on
We
your,
were all
on your
the way,
BMX bikes?
and you were just like,
You didn't have it unless you were at Doug's. You didn't have a fucking chance.
because we were on our bikes. We just look over and you're just,
Yeah.
what's up, bitch, or whatever. And
What's up, bitch?
and I fucking threw up a big old bird.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Fuck
fuck you, Gordon. And Gordon just goes, or maybe legs, and just goes. It felt like 3 strides. I was riding my bicycle as just like, and Gordon was just 1, 2, 3, grabbed the back of my shirt, and I probably was like, I'm gonna tell Dad or something, and you got me to like slow down, and then you just let go, and you're just like.
Just so you know. Just
Mach
so
10
you
in
know.
3 strides.
I could kill you.
And
That's right, dude.
At any point,
You
I could
were-
kill you.
you were pretty terrifying, older
Yeah.
brother.
And not very
Dude,
nice,
I'm
apparently.
just
No.
thinking of like
You
you
weren't.
looking
Yeah.
over and Gordon's just already there with his head above the fence, just like, fuck you, Gordon. And he's just like, boom.
That's fucked up.
That was gnarly.
But I didn't hurt you. I was just showing you what
That you
No,
could
could
have.
happen.
No, but I
But
did.
I-
I figured you. I finally figured out the fucking Mortal Kombat moves.
Yeah. No, you talk.
Gordon,
you talk
so
about
Gordon,
that
Gordon
shit.
would Chinese torture the fuck out of us, right?
Oh, like,
Yes, do that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Fuck.
That's the worst.
Older
dude.
brothers, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Jeff taught me that.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff Silly. You know he's a big listener.
Yeah. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Cousin Jeff.
Yeah, he would fucking put us down.
Yeah, dude.
But when I got, a little bit more, beefcake, I fucking could slip around, just get right into his armpit hair. If I grabbed his armpit hair, he'd just go, ah! And he would just go, ah! And
Done.
And I would hold it as hard as I could.
Yeah.
I would fucking hold on for dear life. Get
Until you.
as many feet away
Yeah.
as possible. And Gordon would be like, and then I would run. And then he would find me and then kill me. But,
Find me,
Did you
they
teach
kill.
that to Nicole? Because she does that to me now.
I guarantee I've told the story to her.
Yeah, she does
Yeah.
that to me.
Next question.
I had Tanner over at my place
Oh, yeah.
a while back
To do
and
some-
Tanner and Michael
Yeah.
did some yard shit.
Yeah.
And very good job, by the way.
Yeah.
But Tanner was talking. He's like, you remember the time at the house on 54th where you got a bottle of lotion and you held my eye open. You know that spit game where you
Yeah.
Oh,
Apparently, we were in your room, and I fucking pinned Tanner down. I took a lotion bottle, and I just go,
nope.
and there's no sucking that shit back up, right?
I'll tell you this right now. I cannot. I completely forgot about that story. You were sort of not trying to squirt it in his eye.
Oh, I wasn't?
We were being silly. It was kind of a silly fun time.
I was gonna say the Solarcaine was like fucking karma on yourself.
Yeah.
No, I mean it still was. He still squirt lotion into Tanner's eye.
I did.
And it was bad. He had really bad red eye after that.
Yeah, it's like soap. Fuck that.
But you weren't like it was just kind of like I'm gonna fuck, and then you did, and you're like, oh, and you went, oh fuck.
So I did it,
You did it.
and it felt. Yeah,
And in
so
your head, you're
that
like,
was,
I know I'm not really an
that
asshole. And
outcome
then
was
you did it,
probably
and you're
acceptable to me.
I am.
Yeah.
Oh, you think it was? Okay. So, Andy wants to know who was one of our babysitters growing up. She wants to know who was his favorite all-time babysitter.
Who was my? Yeah. Taylor Nada. Yeah, it was either Bobby or
Anyone other than Andy.
anyone other than Andy. No, Andy was my favorite
course.
babysitter.
She was the shit.
She was fun.
Matt DeJoy went ahead and he was the singer of Agriculture.
Yeah.
Which Agriculture, you guys got that name off of a cooling unit, correct?
Yeah. Oh, I think out of what was that pizza place we talk about all the time with sausage rolls?
Jacopos.
No. Before Jacopos. This was we can't remember it, but the second we're in Manhattan Beach, we're going there.
That's so dude, sausage rolls. Come on,
Sausage
Bill.
rolls.
Jesse, help us out.
Call us right now.
It starts with an R.
No, it starts with a V.
Oh, yeah, then.
Yeah, Vincenzo's.
Yeah. So Vincenzo's, and we were, Bill was in there. He was probably getting a sausage roll, and he looked up, and Department of Agriculture.
He goes, I don't even know where to begin. There are too many. And then he gives the clappy emojis. So, no question.
No question. All right. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt DeJoy.
TikTok.
All right. And then the real Drillo. Do you remember fuck.
Do you?
The real Drillo wants to know. I want to know how everyone listen up everyone listen
Nicely
to this one.
Listen nicely.
I want to know how he felt when Richard left Depsoi and created Comfort for Change. I heard you left for a record deal or something. I don't know. Never really heard the full story about that.
Oh, what's the full story on that? What was the first part of the question?
What a ballsy question.
The first part of the question was, I want to know how he felt when Richard left Depsoi.
Yeah, that's
for
fucking some personal shit.
We won't even get into it. How about
I was
that?
fucking pissed. I'll tell you that.
Okay, so we won't even get into that.
Like how
I was pissed and
how did I
stoked.
not know that my brother was in Depsoi all these years? So I was fucking bummed. I was like, we could have had some fucking good times, bro.
We won't even get into it though, you know? No point of going into the past on that one.
How did I not know my brother was? I was fucking bummed.
And if you're
Oh,
confused,
Jesus.
if you're
Yeah.
confused right now,
So are we.
that means you actually know us.
I like that question though.
It's a good question.
That was a good question.
Okay.
No bad
Are
questions.
you ready for rapid fire round?
Let's do it.
That's horrendous.
Mm-hmm.
These are supposed to be quick answers to a rapid fire round of questioning.
All right,
These
let's do
don't
it.
come from social media. These came right from Google. You ready?
Go.
In the past,
Rapid fire.
12.
rapid fire questions, 42 questions. This will take another hour. And if past lives are real, what was yours?
David.
What, David? That's a good fucking answer.
Huh.
Our uncle
Yeah.
who died,
And he was hit by a car.
He was hit by a
before
car.
I was born.
right? And you look identical to him.
Slightly larger.
Very close.
Was he the guy with the SG?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a picture of him playing some acoustic guitar, and that one freaks me the fuck out
Because I look like him.
because you look just like him. Okay, perfect answer.
Next.
Rapid fire, I'm fucking it up. And what are some of your favorite songs?
Ooh.
Just give 2.
I don't know. I don't know names of songs.
Okay,
Party Girl.
great. Who's that by?
Michelle.
You like Tangled Up in Plaid? By Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah. Do it. Cool. Next one.
Didn't mean. Okay.
2 out of 42.
Okay. We're going. This is flying by.
Rapid fire.
What qualities do you admire about your parents?
Smart. True. Full. Truthful.
That it was true and full.
Full.
Mom's full of dads.
Truth. That's what we call it. Right?
That was fucking amazing.
When you're about to fucking come, you're like, you're not gonna fucking dose of truth.
All right.
Okay. What are your top 5? What are your top 5 favorite movies?
Oh.
Top 2. Give it 2.
Fucking.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
No.
Okay.
Gummo.
Forgot.
Ooh.
I like Nightmare on Elm Street. I like Gummo.
Yeah, we know.
I liked
Princess Bride.
Commitments.
Yes, you do.
Love
That's
Commitments.
one.
Singles.
You know my top 5?
But just you're gonna give top 2.
Fuck. Top 2. Commitments. Singles. I like singles.
That's
Big Lebowski. Fuck.
No.
just one more. And top 5 favorite bands.
Give us 2.
Give us 2.
XTC.
Yeah.
Tears for Fears.
Yup. Gummo.
No.
Okay.
Pinback.
Pinback.
No.
Pinback. Nickelback's crack.
Depsoi.
Okay.
7. Go.
Depsoi was great. If you were given a chance to explore the oceans, go to outer space, or visit 50 different countries, which one would you choose and
50
why?
different countries because they are not in outer space or under the ocean.
Great answer. And do you have any reoccurring dreams or nightmares?
No.
Are you religious or spiritual?
No.
What's the one thing you would like to change about yourself?
Wait.
Of
Why
what?
laugh?
I'm sorry.
I want to be skinnier.
Of what are you most afraid? Wait. Extra.
Wait, what?
Of what are you most afraid?
Oh, ghosts. Fuck them.
Really?
I don't like that shit. You can't fight a fucking ghost,
Are
dude.
you believe in ghosts?
I
But you're
don't.
And you're not
I
spiritual.
don't believe in ghosts at all.
then why are you scared of
but if I'm wrong, I can't beat one up. I guarantee it. If a guy breaks into my house, I could do something.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong
you can
and
bite
ghosts
an Achilles.
exist, I cannot beat a
come up
ghost.
behind you and
I
just-
can't do it. I can't do it. They're fucking got me.
Okay. What's something you say you'll do but never will? What's something you say you'll do but you never will? You know in your hearts of hearts?
Go. Learn guitar?
Oh, wow.
No, but I'll learn guitar.
Are you?
Yep.
I will.
There it is.
Wow. Okay.
You will.
I will.
All right, Cam, you can read the rest.
How many was that? That was only like
What
8.
are you on?
Start at the top. I got it primed.
What is a dream that you have that you've yet to achieve?
None.
You've done it.
Wow, this dude.
What makes you
Sorry.
feel uneasy, overwhelmed, anxious?
Anxious, a lot of shit. I have anxiety, so
So everything.
yeah. But I got a pill now.
What
so.
makes you anxious? Anxiety.
No, I have anxiety. So
I know.
everything.
But that was a funny thing I said.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
Good job.
If you had to choose only 3 adjectives.
I'm trying to go fast too, but because it's rapid fire.
Yeah,
rapid
rapid fire. It's actually good.
If you had to choose only 3 adjectives to describe yourself, which would you choose?
Tall, smooth, lengthy. Fuck. Tall, smooth, not tall, lengthy, round, friendly. Oh, fuck. 3. There was 3.
At what job would you be terrible?
Doctor.
If you didn't have to sleep, what would you do with the extra time?
Sleep.
Yeah.
What qualities do you value in people with whom you spend time?
Not dicks.
Okay. Make sure we put that on the record.
Not dicks quality.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Is that your answer?
Don't be a dick. What qualities? Don't be a dick.
Not dicks.
Okay.
It's not dicks.
I thought you were talking about.
Where's your happy place?
Nah. Home.
Yeah.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Pizza advice?
Yeah, what's the best pizza advice you've ever been given?
Was it from
Yeah,
Emeril
go to
Lagasse?
check-
Emeril Lagasse? Pimentum Weaver?
No.
We always get
And it's pizza advice.
No, but do you have pizza advice? You were pointing at me
Yeah,
like.
go to My Slice of the Pie, that place that I went to the other day. That's
That place
fucking
is
good.
Yeah.
You like it?
It's the only place I go.
Yeah, it's the only place
Randy,
I
the
go
owners,
now.
my fucking boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very good.
Done,
They have
done.
Sashi's rule.
Hey, you like their wings? You're a big wing guy.
Their wings are all right.
Ah!
I don't like soggy
fries.
wings. I don't
No,
like
no,
They aren't
they're-
soggy.
Yeah,
a little bit.
No, they aren't.
They are a little bit.
They were tad
Did you
soggy.
get the wings or the drumettes?
Wings.
Okay.
Well, hold on.
Old school Frankie's?
I brought wings over to Mom's the other day, and they were crispy as shit.
Well, I didn't get
They
it back.
didn't do a lot of drizzle. We got prickly pear and we got sweet and sassy.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, what
the old school Frankie's. Randy, I love you.
That's me.
does he listen?
That's just like that's your
The
buffalo
regular
wing.
buffalo. Yeah. But
What's the
I
best,
haven't
buying
had
it
the
for
sweet
kids and
sassy
all
or the
this shit.
pricklies.
Yeah.
what's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
What's the?
Probably from Chuck Carlise.
Yeah, do it fucking now.
What does success mean to you?
Happiness.
Am I finishing these up?
You keep going. How many were you at?
If you
like
could
19.
instantly
We got
become an expert in something, what would it be?
Doctor.
fucking languages. Lots of languages.
Oh yeah, just
What happened
nice.
to guitar?
Oh shit! No, I download guitar
See,
now.
that's why I said yeah. You'll do it.
I'm not learning guitar.
I knew it.
I'm not doing it.
Knowing what you know now, what
Shoulda.
advice would you give your 18-year-old self?
Ooh.
Fucking go for it. Just
Do it fucking now.
Yeah, do it. No, just fucking go for it. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No regrets.
But
No
you
regrets.
did. But you did.
In
Okay,
some
okay.
things
Yeah,
and
but you
some
did,
things
yeah.
not. I mean,
All
it's,
right, all right,
you
all
know.
right.
What was something you've done that made you feel extreme happiness?
Ecstasy for sure, dude. Dude, you should see the guy's face when he's on ecstasy.
Just
What do you mean
fucking-
you should?